here. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Leaf Green. Last episode, we defeated Team Rocket that was using the what's it called, the Pokemon Tower as their hideout, and we also ended up getting a new Pokemon in our team. Honestly, for our team member, honestly, and I have plans for this person because I named him after my dad, and I have plans for him, legit, because I have a feeling this is gonna be one of the Pokemon I need to fully focus on and strategize with this because I have no idea what I can do with this. So, the Pokemon I have in question is Donchevo Snorlax. We ended up catching Snorlax in last episode by waking it up with the Pokemon Flute. And let's check its stats because I went back to the ghost area so I can like summarize, see what his summary is because I kind of want to know more about him. I already took a peek. He's a jolly nature. Oh my god, my dad is not a jolly nature. Realistically, he kind of is, but at the same time, he is kind of like, you know, a little bit angrier on the side. He's really, really rash and more like that. But he is a normal type Pokemon. He has some moves already on him, which is Headbutt, which is a really good move, honestly, to have on for starting off. Rest and Yawn is really good, so that way you can flick sleep on people. And Rest, so that way we can just, like, heal up right away, honestly. Kind of cool, honestly, since he does wake up real quickly. Snore, while he's sleeping, he's able to just do attacks while he sleeps. So that way it doesn't waste his turn while he, like, whenever we're trying to attack on the other people. So it's kind of cool, honestly. And his defense, well, his health is a lot. He has 138 health. Attack is 71, which is probably really good, but not compared to, let's say, Danny per se right here, because he's under level, by the way, compared to Donchevo. But honestly though, he does have a lot of defense regardless. Actually, he doesn't. He's 49, really? Wow, he doesn't, but he has a lot of special defense. So he's gonna be our special defensive character. Honestly though, I'm not gonna use him for mostly attack, even though he is primarily probably like mostly meant for physical attack. The reason why I have Donchevo out is because so I can have him learn other moves like psychic types, ghost types, and other stuff like and also electric type. And even though his special attack isn't the best, he's 45 compared to Orphan. Jean is probably good it's not as good as him, but she'll learn eventually and probably will get a higher special defense. Wow, Trinity, we really need to step up the game with you, honestly. But honestly, we're not really gonna have you for long, realistically. However, even though his special tech isn't really the best, it's still decent regardless because legit it is what 45, and unlike compared to Raphael and Orphan, it is still better regardless because we can still probably learn good attacks on it. And honestly though, I have a game plan honestly with this. Even if Jean is supposed to be meant for she's supposed to be meant for grass type, but honestly at this point, I might reconsider what I want for Jean to be grass type, but mostly try to have her lean more with her physical side, probably, honestly. But we'll see on that, honestly. But either way, I'm gonna have Jean out more often so she can. She's falling behind with the levels, so we're just gonna have her over here and hope for the best she can catch up, honestly. But like I said, she hasn't really been trying her best. If I win, I'm going to propose to Gia. Jess, do you want me to lose on purpose? I will do that. I will do that on purpose. Go ahead. Why do you have to win against me? Marry your girl right away. Wait. Is this our first double battle? Holy shit, it is. Yeah, we're probably gonna be screwed, honestly, because legit. Actually, no, we're not. Alright then. We can't really use anything at all. Scratch does Nidoran right here. And let's see here. What should I have you do? We're gonna focus on one person because they did that to Jean before. They focused on Jean once and they were like slowly like beating her up. We're gonna have to do that on on this Nidoran right here. Take that! That's what you get. And we got 153 for experience. Not that much, honestly. Kind of sad to say that we're just sharing the EXP, honestly. So, kind of don't want that. And of course you got poison. Alright. Let's see here. Scratch on. Do the same practically. Helping Hand, really? You're not gonna use anything with the Helping Hand because legit, you already lost your teammate. What the fuck? I've been poisoned too? Because I landed an attack on them? That sucks. Well, it's alright though. Because we do have antidotes, so we don't really need to worry. Plus I can just go out of my way to go back to the Pokemon Center, so I can do that too. Let's see here. Gia and Jess. Oh please, why couldn't you just let us win? You could have just married her regardless. You didn't need to fight. Jess, you silly, you ruined this. Oh Gia, forgive me, my love. She's not, because you're an idiot. Why did your proposal only matter when I was here? Anyways, I'm gonna go back to the Pokemon Center, so BRB. And I'm back, and I have been thinking, and I don't know if I should go over here, because like right here, it's where we can find the other routes, where we go back to the, go back over here. If memory serves, this is where we can find, oh, actually, I'll probably do this on its own episode, honestly, so we can just continue exploring over here. But anyways, that's more where we can just level up more. Okay, I've been kind of thinking with this whole team setup. Since we do have Snorlax, and I kind of feel like we're going to primarily focus on Snorlax being the most well-versed when it comes to types and stuff like that. We're going to have him have a Psychic type, we're going to have him have a Electric type, and also have him have a, what other type was it? I kind of forgot. Oh, Fire type! Just in case for him, honestly. And while also having, another move for him to have it be physical, and honestly too, I'm probably gonna have it be Solar Beam or something like that, or something or a different move, honestly, to be having hitting and everything. So we have that with him. However, oh wait, I'm gonna have him have a Grass type move. Duh, that's what I wanted to have, not Fire type. What the hell? However, Jean. I already given up hope. At this point, I've already given up hope on having Jean be Jean learning a Grass type move, because it's gonna take a long time for that. So instead, I'm gonna have her focus on being a physical type user instead of a Grass type user, because Jean doesn't have a strong special attack, which I noticed. Even if she ends up learning a Grass type move, it won't really do as much as I want it to have, like as much as I want it to be, because legit it's not gonna do a lot of damage. So instead, let's lean into her being a physical type, right? So we have Bullet Seed, but it doesn't really do that much damage realistically when we have it on Jean. Giga Drain we do have, but we're gonna save that for someone else, honestly, or just not use it. However, we have another move around here. If memory serves, we don't have it. Actually, no, we don't. Huh. I could have sworn we have it. Hold on, BRB. Well, my game plan has changed. Never mind. We do. The move I wanted to have her learn is Sludge Bomb. But honestly, though, I don't think we have that. I don't know when we're gonna come across that. But the next move I do want her to have is Hyper Beam. And Hyper Beam is a physical type move, so we probably will focus on that. And I think we can get the Hyper Beam back in, hold on, if I look at my map over here, in Celadon City with the casino, if memory serves. So I'll do that on my own free time. We're not gonna put that in the video, honestly. I'll probably go out of my way to do that on myself. And we have to say, I'm a fishing guru's younger brother. I simply love fishing. I can't bear to go without it. Tell me, do you like fishing too? Yes, I do. Gran, I like your style. I think we can be friends. Take this and fish, young friend. And received the super rod now. Now we can catch higher level Pokemon and higher quality Pokemon as well. From the seas to the rivers, go out and land a big one, my friend. Now, I have a request. If you catch a Magikarp with that rod, I want to see it. As much as I love to fish, I also love seeing a gigantic Magikarp. Interesting. I guess we'll probably do that on our own free time, honestly, but I don't really want to. And by the way, Yeah, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. That's what I thought, bitch. And I wish I could get that. What is this? Though, what is that though? Oh well. Do I want to? Fine, then fuck it. I'll be right back. And my way all my way back over here. Oh my god, finally. Honestly though, I ended up making a detour. Honestly, so I ended up going to go to the Pokemon Center to get my Rattata out so we can cut down here my HM Slave. I ended up leaving Jean behind. Not Jean behind. I ended up leaving Trinity behind. So there's that. But honestly, I also made a detour because I kind of want to make this into fruition. Since I did say I wanted to get Hyper Beam, I ended up going to Celadon City and just ended up getting Hyper Beam. So we're gonna use this and we're gonna put this on Jean, so that way she's be able to just finally do a good amount of attack. And which move we wanted to avoid? Well, get rid of. Well, we're gonna get rid of Stun Spores, honestly, because legit Stun Spores really doesn't provide any value for us, realistically. And also, I kind of given up on the Spores move because so you can just make opponents asleep, because that's why we have Don Chevel right now. We can just have him be yawning every time. But until that, once she gets the sleep thing, I'll replace it with the poison powder and everything. But anyways, we're gonna cut down this tree right now, finally, because I kind of want to be. I was interested. I want to know what's in here. Go ahead and fight me. I'm ready for you. I'm searching for the moonstone. Have you found one? I have. You want it? We don't have to fight for it. You can just have it. Little kid, what the hell? Well, whatever. He's gonna take out his need around, but guess what? Go ahead and take him out. I'm ready. And what the fuck? We might be under level for this, aren't we? Interesting. But it's alright. He doesn't really do too much for us. And now that we have Hyper Beam, oh! And with Jean's high physical attack, it just one-shots it. Let's go, Jean! Alrighty then, let's go. And Nidorino, it's alright. We got this. Oh, it finally feels so good. It feels so good finally having a move for Jean, honestly. But like, it must recharge, as you saw right there. Whenever we use Hyper Beam, it's gonna take some time to recharge, but it's alright. It only takes one turn, so it's not really too much of a huge hindrance on us. And now, Hyper Beam it! Oh, let's go! And I don't think it has that much accuracy on it, honestly, because legit, we can just able to. I mean, it has a high accuracy. We're always gonna land a hit on it, but we don't. So we don't really need to worry about like, oh no, will I hit it or not? You will, as long as it doesn't lower our accuracy, to be precise. And now that we have that, and oh. Of course I ended up hurting myself with that move. Let's see. What else do we need to do? As long as it doesn't have a poison type move, we should be fine. Okay. Ow. Ow. Double kick. What the fuck? It doesn't really matter because this fight's already over. Take that. And wow, we managed to kill it real quickly. And cool! Since it level up to level 27, Jean's able to learn Spore now. So we're gonna do that, honestly. And probably gonna replace it with poison powder. As much as I love poison powder and inflicting poison on them, we're gonna have to replace that because legit, sleep is a better element to have inflicted on, so we don't need to worry about it too much. Especially when we're gonna do facing what's their faces, gym leaders. So it's much better to do that. And let's see here. We're gonna actually heal up Jean, honestly, and that's the wrong button, by the way, the wrong section. I wish it wasn't like this. Heal up Jean, because legit, she took on so much damage that she should have. And now that we finally have a move for her, my god, how much useful it is to actually land hits on that. Eventually she'll learn Slash or something like that to be able to get rid of the fucking claw thing. I forgot what it's called, honestly. Is it Slash? Actually, is it really Slash? Hold on. Is it called Slash? Scratch. Okay, yeah, we'll learn Slash eventually. So eventually, Jean will be able to hit harder now. And before we go on, I gotta want to fight this guy too. Come on. I know these kind of NPCs only fight and like electricity is my specialty. I don't know a thing about Pokemon of the sea though. Well, we should be fine then because oh my god, you carry that around? That's dangerous, my guy. What the hell are you doing right now? Kind of makes me worried, honestly. Kind of makes me want to call for help, but no, because legit, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's kind of dangerous. And thank God he missed that attack on us, and hopefully one-shot it. My God, we're so close. What's the point one-shotting if it's gonna do that, huh? Well, what to do, I guess. We're gonna switch it out, honestly. Hop Don Chevo out, and I found out Don Chevo's special move, or his special trait is he's resistant to poison, getting poisoned. So finally, a Pokemon that we don't need to worry about if it's gonna get poisoned or not. And ow, honestly, but there was another move another trait that he's able to learn, and honestly, it's against electric and fire type in memory serves. No, is it fire type or grass type? It is fire type, but it's grass type or electric type. Either one of them, and he's able to just withstand, I mean, be resistant to fire type moves and the other type moves, honestly. So kind of cool, but sadly to say, I don't want to. I could just reload and get another Snorlax and try our best if we can get that trait. But honestly, though, I'd rather be resistant to poison rather than, you know, with the other moves, honestly, because I hate poison with a passion, honestly. So we're gonna hold on that, and yeah, fight me, come on. What's catching? You never know what you could catch. Ooh, what can we catch? Probably nothing, honestly. So Fisherman Andrew, I thought we already fought Andrew before. I guess not. Honestly, it's oh my God, I can't believe we're running across someone I know. Let's see here, Spore. Let's try it out. You're gonna use Splash, but honestly, I bet you're gonna end up using a move that I don't want to do. So we're gonna put him to sleep, and since we're putting it to sleep, it won't really do a lot of damage to us, so we don't really need to worry about that. We're gonna focus on using Leech Life on us, so that way we can just get our health back from this guy, honestly. And probably gonna. Wow! I didn't think that I know you were weak, but I didn't know you were that weak. Holy shit! Leech Life, come on! Sap the life out of it before it wakes up. Let's go. And one more time, it should do it, honestly. Unless it woke up, so it's gonna splash. It doesn't really matter. So it's two sleeps. Kind of useful, honestly. We can do, and we just have Hyper Beam, honestly. And that way, once it sleeps, once we use Hyper Beam, it can recharge without any fail, and probably just kind of see. Okay, I think I'm formulating a plan here, honestly. I think it'll work. So I guess we could just do Spore and then also Hyper Beam over and over again. That way we can have it always land a hit, and also have it not wake up, honestly. And get out of here. You could just use Scratch all the time, but either way, I kind of wanted to see how much health we can get from that. So, and Fisherman Andrew lost it. Damn it! That's what you get for fighting me. Honestly, you didn't need to fight me. I wasn't really gonna, fight your Pokemon. And I don't think there's any new Pokemon over here that I want to catch, honestly. But maybe just to fill up our Pokédex. So I'll probably show off any new Pokemon that's on here. And oh, that's new. Venorat. I think Venorat's a bug and poison type Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken. So, kind of cool to see that. Let's try to see if I can catch it first try, honestly. First try! Ugh, come on, get in the ball. Get in the ball and stop moving my mic over and over again. Oh my God, what is this, Legend of Zelda? No. What the fuck? Why are you moving your mic? Ow. If it didn't help out, I'm just gonna scratch it then. Stop it! Stop confusing me. I hate it. I'm already gonna use confusion later on for someone else, but regardless, stop doing it. Stop it. And really, he's gonna hurt it again. Alright then, and now that we got it low, I'm gonna catch it. And if I would name you, I would name you Fuzzball, but honestly, I'm sure you're probably gonna evolve to look something else, honestly, so we're not gonna do that. And Venonat, did I say Venorat? Venonat has been captured. Ooh. I wonder what kind of Pokemon is this, but honestly, I think it is just a bug and poison type, which we really don't want to have at the moment. Let's see what else other Pokemon we can find around here. Hopefully something good, honestly, or else I'll just not deal with it. Oh. Well, And I'm back. It seems like there's nothing really new here. I guess they really want you to do the fishing over here, honestly. So, I guess we could do that eventually. We're gonna go find more of these trainers. Holy shit, there's a lot of them. Seems like we're gonna have to prepare ourselves because I feel like we're gonna need to have our Pokemon to be level 30 or something like that. I wonder, what are we gonna go up against? Because I feel like I might not be able to be prepared for this whole gym that's gonna be coming up. And let's see here. And wrong move. Trying to heal up my Pokemon, honestly. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to what we're doing. Honestly, I've been enjoying this game so much, honestly. Ever since we've been playing, I got Danny. I've always been wanting to play this game right away. I know I was like, oh, I kind of want to. I need to do videos for Legend of Zelda and stuff like that. But then later on, I'm like, but I want to play this game, honestly. So I don't know. I've never been this overly excited for Pokemon, honestly, in my life. I mean, I haven't really been excited for Pokemon Legends, honestly. When I was doing that series, I was like, oh god, I have to make another video of this. Fuck! But now I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to play more, like, you know? So, and Hyper Beam this bitch, let's go. Oh, try to do that to me? How dare you? Take that, that's what you get. Hyper Beam in the face, and ooh, damn. The fuck was that? What the fuck? What was that move? Is it gonna do it again? Okay, great God, it didn't do it again. But regardless, I was like, what the hell was that? Flail? What move was that? Honestly, I kind of want that move, honestly, for me. Honestly, like, what the hell? And Poliwag, let's see here. Since we are trying to focus on her to level up, we're gonna keep her here for a bit. So that way we can just switch out for Danny to level him up as well. Honestly, remember how I was complaining like, oh, where are all the men? Well, we found them. Honestly, we found them, and most of the men were mostly just we don't really need to capture them. We were just given to them. We captured Donchevo, honestly, but for Danny though, we ended up catching. Well, not really catching. Ended up being given to him because legit the guy was like, whoa, you really need to, you know, since you defeated me, I'll give you one of my Pokemon. So I don't know if we can also get the other Pokemon, but I guess not. And great, we fell asleep. Come on, Danny, wake up, please. It started raining, Danny. You have to wake up, otherwise you're gonna get sick. Honestly, speaking of sick, I thought I was gonna get sick earlier on, but honestly, I guess it was just a false alarm. I guess it was just me being tired, honestly, when I went to go see my dad. Honestly, speaking of my dad, recently he's been telling me a lot of stories recently about his nephew. And honestly, I wish I could meet my nephew. I really do, but I know there are some circumstances I can't really do so. So regardless, and I'll probably talk about that on a later date too. But just know I can't really meet my dad. Meet my family from my dad's side, so at the moment. But I really want to meet my nephew, honestly, though. He's such a cute kid from the stories I've been hearing from my dad. And legit, he recently went to go visit Mexico, and he ended up getting hurt. And I feel bad for my dad. Not my cousin, not my nephew, my cousin. No, talk. My dad. He recently got hurt. He ended up falling off the conveyor belts whenever they had to to help him move faster. He ended up getting stuck. He ended up falling and strained his thigh on his right leg, and it hurt him so much to the point where he started sweating and everything. And this happened in the airport, and he ended up getting help by the by TSA, and they had paramedics on call just to examine and hope and to see if he's alright and everything. And God bless that he's alright. He didn't break a bone, and honestly, if he broke a bone, that's GG for him because legit he is old, and he would actually have to force himself to retire from his job. So thank God he didn't get too severely hurt, but now he's all bruised up on his leg. And my nephew is just playing nurse with him, honestly. Like, God Bless his soul. He's so cute, honestly. He's like 5 years old, but he's really tall. Like, you can just. He's showing me pictures of him. I thought he looked 10, but he's actually 5 years old. Or at least 4. Actually, no, he's not even in kindergarten yet. That's the insane part. And I thought he was already 10 years old, but he's not. And so, anyways, since he got hurt, he, like, my nephew is like helping him out to recover and everything. He's trying to do his best to make sure he has a speedy recovery. It's so cute on him, honestly. And whenever he goes out of outings with my nephew, with my dad, he ends up like, and we're gonna have Donchevo out to finally show off how cool he is. And this is he's based off on my dad, by the way. So when he goes out to go to a North Gate or something like that. I think it's like a North Gate or to a restaurant that's like a supermarket. He goes there and they're with his nephew, and they always do karaoke because they put music and there's a mic in the middle of the whole crowd, the whole tables. And my nephew always likes to go to that microphone and pretend to sing. He's like, ah, and everything, and like that. And oh, the Pidgey and Pidgeotto combo lost. No, that's what you get. Honestly, I don't know why you thought that was gonna do anything to us. But yeah, like he sings on the microphone. It's so cute, and then he waits for the whole place. It's like, He doesn't really talk too much, but he just makes sound effects. It's like, and he's like, and everyone's like, what is he doing? Like, why is he doing that? Like, like that. And it's just him saying applause after him singing and everything. So I really love my nephew, honestly. I don't know, I never met him, but I already love him. But anyways, I'm gonna meet you guys later. I'm gonna go kill up my Pokemon. And I'm back. And honestly, I kind of, since we're in a huge area with water, honestly, I kind of want to see what kind of fish I can get, honestly. What kind of fish? More like what kind of Pokemon I can get. If we go to our bags, we do finally have the super rod and everything. So if we want to, I want to show up what kind of Pokemon we can get from this. So I wonder if we're just patient enough and I love swimming and no nibble and okay. I got to do this again. Oh my god. I gotta hope for the best. Hopefully we'll find one. Hopefully we'll get one. No nibble. Okay, how about we're right here? Maybe we'll get a nibble. Maybe. I'll sit right here just in case until we get one. So here be. Oh, a Pokemon's on the hook. Let's see what we got. Honestly, hopefully it's not a strong one. Ooh, a Krabby. Honestly though, if I didn't even have a Squirtle in my team, I would have actually have you as part of my team, honestly, because I do love Krabby. Krabby looks cool, honestly. And what do you just do in Mudshot? What the fuck? Do you just shit on me? That kind of look weird, not gonna lie. He does still like, it looks like he's using, like, showing his asshole realistically. And Harden. Not really too much. Thank God I ended up going to the Pokemon before I ended up coming out here. I ended up getting more super potions and also Great Ball. So hopefully we can just use a regular Pokeball to catch it, honestly. It's not really too high level for us, so I should be able to catch it right away. Ooh, let's go. Alright, we got a Krabby. And what do we name him, honestly? Mr. Krabs, but we're not going to have him on my team, though. Sadly enough, sorry, Krabby. I wish I could, but regardless, I already have, am loyal to Raphael, so. And, girl, are you going to look at me? No? You don't want to fight me? Are you too good enough for me? I'm told I'm good for a kid. I'm told I'm good for a kid? What do you mean by that? Like, good for what? Like, oh, battling. I guess that. I was like, too good for a kid. What do you mean by that? Like, you need to specify at some point. Like, what do you mean by you're too good for a kid? Anyways, Hyper Beam this bit. No, Ghost! Not this bullshit. That's alright. We're strong now. We're stronger. Not just any type of wind attack will kill us, honestly. It's a flying type move. But I don't know. Why is it called a flying type move rather than a wind type move? There are some Pokemon that can learn flying type moves, but yet they're not flying types, you know? So wouldn't it be called a wind type move? I guess not. Then again, we wouldn't be able to have Pokemon Pokemon win in ways to begin with. So there's that. So we're gonna ship out, and I'm glad that Jean got 28. 28, about time. She's slowly but surely, she's growing up on the ranks. Let's go. And Mach punch this motherfucker over here. Ugh. That's what you get, stupid cat. I hate cats. Well, not really. I think they're I, in my opinion. I don't think they're the greatest pet, honestly. The greatest pet's dogs, in my opinion. I'm just saying. But actually, no. The greatest pets are turtles, realistically. I kind of wish I could have a turtle. I really want a turtle. My mom wants a pet. I already talked about this. And it breaks my heart that she can't get a dog anymore. But if anything, I would think that she would really like a turtle, honestly. Not a turtle as in like those sea turtles and little ones. Like, no, I mean a turtle as in a tortoise. I want her to have a big turtle, honestly. So I think she'll probably love those instead. She doesn't really like too much of reptiles, but she does like those. And speaking of dogs, okay. So, there's something I need to talk about with, I mentioned before that my mom has beef with her old boss. That, it's mostly because of this. Alright. Remember how I talked about that I used to babysit a dog named Coco with my mom, and we were babysitting that dog for like 3 weeks, and we had that dog for a while, and my mom she always takes care of the dog whenever she's at work, and it's practically her dog at that point because she's the one that looks after it, that she's the one that feeds it, she's the one that bathes her and goes for walks, picks up her poop. She does everything with that dog. And then when we were taking care of it, kind of felt like that she was part of the family. Well, at least for my mom. For me, it was just like, it's just a dog we're looking after, honestly. But then later on, once we gave the dog back, and once the family came back and everything, eventually my mom and her boss ended up starting having problems. Originally, this job was meant for just doing laundry, cooking, cleaning, and stuff like that. But eventually, her boss ended up giving her more tasks. She ended up giving her more jobs to do. And she was a maid. Obviously, she's going to do all that work and everything. But for the amount of pay that she was going to do, and for the amount of work she was going to do for that amount of pay, wasn't really worth it. She was paying my mom $20 an hour to do almost everything. And it was only for 4 hours. She wanted her to go do cooking, clean the fridge, clean the garage, clean upstairs, clean the stairs, everything around the house. And my mom didn't like that. My mom didn't like it and felt like she was being used, and rightfully so, because legit she was being used for her work. And of course you're gonna put me to sleep. Oh, I hate you. Anyways, I'm hungry, by the way, if you haven't noticed. But yeah, I hate how she was being taken advantage of, but it was a job, and she was looking for a job for the longest time, and she finally got it. Until she ended up saying that, okay, I'll do that, but you have to pay me more, which they ended up butting heads right there. And eventually, she got what she wanted. She did get what she wanted, but ever since that whole pay thing, her boss was just looking at her mad. Like, she was never kind to her anymore. She was never sweet to her. She was just being mean to her this whole time. And I really hated how the change of character she had. And she gave my mom more hours to stop putting me to sleep. Stop it! Oh, actually, I don't care. I don't care you put me to sleep. Legit, how fucking dare you put me to sleep? But guess what? Poliwag, I know snore. So take that. Oh, go ahead, slap me. Oh, what's up? But yeah, so she ended up having beef with that, and since she knows that my mom loves her dog and she takes care of the dog most of the time, what she ended up doing is when she came back from work, because she took a break from work so she wouldn't, like, you know, to make it seem like, oh my god, I miss her, or like we actually needed her. And guess what? She did needed my mom, because she made her house a mess, and she needed my mom badly. She really taken advantage of my mom, and finally noticed, like, holy shit, we can't do anything without her, huh? We're gonna pay her more and make sure she comes back. So, once she came back, she wanted to go back to her usual work and to like clean the house and everything, go to her normal rhythm. But usually what she normally does is goes check up on Coco to see how she's doing, if she needs some food and stuff like that, or go for a walk, everything like that. It turns out when she came back, she ended up giving away Coco. And my mom was so upset because they were already talking plans on getting rid of her because they couldn't really take care of her because Coco grew up to the point that she started having her period. So she really can't like they didn't want her around anymore because since she had her period, she made everything a mess with like and by the way, I didn't know dogs or cats have periods. I didn't know that. That was a shock to me when I found out that she was able to do that. I was like, what the hell? Really? Holy shit. But anyways, since she had started having her period, they were talking about either neutering her, well, not neutering her, but more like getting rid of her fallopian tubes and stuff like that, which I didn't like seeing that because I feel like Coco could have, like, they didn't need to go for drastic measures for that. But either way, they decided to thinking of doing that or giving her away. And my mom wanted her legit. My mom wanted to have her. Like, if they're gonna plan on giving her away, give it to her. But eventually, they ended up changing their mind and stuff like that. They didn't want to give it away. But once my mom came back from work, she found out that they gave her away. We don't know where they gave them away. We don't know if she gave them away to a shelter or to to another family. But they did that out of spite because they wanted they knew my mom loved Coco, and she didn't want them to see her again. And it broke my mom's heart. It really did. Later on when my mom came back from work, she came back with all tears because she couldn't see her favorite dog anymore. And it's sad to say because, like, legit, that is her dog. She did everything for that dog. Even though she wasn't the one who bought it or owned it, that was her dog. And just to be that mean, like, seriously, why were they so mean to my mom? It didn't make sense. She didn't really do anything at all to, like, put them on their bad terms. If anything, they were the ones who was taking advantage of my mom instead with her hard work and everything. But after that whole thing happened, eventually they weren't really under good terms, and they ended up departing ways with my mom and her boss. And before she did so, she ended up clogging her toilet. So kudos to my mom for doing that, honestly, because that's honestly deserved. And usually I was the one that was sending messages to her boss whenever they wanted my mom to talk or wanted to ask her stuff, like, because my mom didn't know English and my boss was not a Spanish speaker either. She was Indian, if anything. She only know English and Indian or India. Actually, what is it? Hindu? I don't know. But either way, she only know her own language. She didn't know English, so I oftentimes like communicated with her. Dude, but the amount of times I wanted to just grab her phone and send her a nasty message because legit, the thing that she did to my mom was unforgivable, honestly. It's kind of like giving away someone else's dog. Like, if I gave away someone else's dog, like, legit, that's not my that's so messed up. Legit, realistically, my mom really got attached to that dog, and I kind of wish we were able to get Coco back. But sad to say, we won't be able to do so. And since that day, with Coco, that's when my mom started to have like kind of like baby fever, but with dogs. She wants to have a dog back, like, in the family, at least to take care of, so that way, like, to heal herself, you know. But eventually she learned that no other dog's gonna ever replace Coco, so it's probably for the best that she doesn't get a dog until we move to a good place that can support having a dog. And what the fuck? Okay, cool. I guess you wanted to fight me. It don't matter if you want to fight Orphan. Honestly, Orphan's probably gonna take you down one shot. You could have handled. You didn't want. Oh shit! A fat guy. I'm fat phobic. Oh! He sends the powerful gust of wind to send out. I'm surprised that that powerful gust was managed to carry out Don Chevo out. Holy shit. Meowth. I'm gonna have Danny out, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that whole circumstance with that family. And I wanted to say, like, just like your house, how you like, just like how your house is, be messy and everything and disgusting. It fits your personality. That's what I wanted to say with that woman, because legit, the husband on the other hand was good with my mom, but eventually he ended up changing tones with her too, because he was like, he ended up putting cameras around where she worked just so he can see what she's doing, to see if she's actually worth the amount of money to be able to pay her for cleaning her house. Because let's be for real here, no one's gonna do everything like clean the attic, clean the garage, clean the basement, clean the kitchen, clean the living room, clean after the dog, clean after the kids, pick up the food for kids, cook the food for the kids. No one's gonna ever do that for $20. Legit. My mom was doing that in her old job, and in her old job she was earning like $28 an hour. Sadly enough, she can't really she quit for that job mostly because for health reasons, because in that house, that household, there were a lot of people who smoked like cigars and stuff like that, which was bad for my mom's health because she was exposed with the secondhand smoking. So it really fucked her up a bit. So that's why she ended up quitting that job. But otherwise, if it weren't for that, she would have actually moved over there. Well, not move back. Go back to her old job and actually work for them. But sad to say, that job also was mean to her too, because legit they ended up hiring new younger people, and forced my mom to do a lot of heavy lifting, even though they didn't want to have the young ones to do it apparently. So my mom ended up leaving that job. I love my mom, honestly. I wish I had her strength, because legit her patience and her strength to not like lash out on people. Like legit, I wish I had that strength. If it were me though, I would just lash out on them. God forbid. I always say that my mom's the strongest woman alive in my opinion. And I don't mean like physically, like, oh, she can carry cars and stuff like that. Like, not physically, but more like emotionally and mentally, because she really has done a lot for me and my family and for my siblings and everything. Well, not really siblings, just my sister, but she has done a lot for me and my sister, honestly. And we're almost done, honestly, in this whole area. I wanted to come here to see if there's any new Pokemon here, so I'll be right back if there is. And there we go, we found someone new. We ended up finding Ditto, honestly. And I kind of want to catch this Ditto, because this could be useful for later on in post-game, because this can help you out whenever you want to catch certain baby Pokemon and stuff like that. And oh, it transported me, apparently. Ah, shit. I wonder if it catches the same statuses on me, but I don't think so. Please get involved, because I don't want to hurt you! Please! Of course you're gonna yawn on me. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and yawn. Actually, I'm gonna try to yawn at you back, so we can just straight up make you fall asleep, so that way we can make it easier for us to catch you. Alright then. Headbutt. Ow. And that actually hurt a lot. Holy shit, if you really think about it. We don't mind if he ends up sleeping like this, so we should be fine. And if anything, this is a good battle of endurance at this point. And please catch it. 1, 2. Oh, come on. I kind of want it because Ditto helps you out a lot when it comes to breeding and stuff like that. So it's really useful to have a Ditto. Hopefully we can catch it now because it's sleeping and I don't really want to have it low. 1, 2. Oh my god, it's making me pissed off. I don't want to do this. but it's leaving me no choice. But legit, we're to rest right now. Can we not rest? Come on, rest. It's gonna snore right now. It's gonna hurt. Actually, never mind. I know he's gonna die. I know Donchevo's gonna die. But please, just get in the ball. Don't make this hard for me. Don't make this hard for me. Thank you. Thank you. He heard me. He understood me. Or they. I actually don't know. It depends on who they transform, honestly. But capable of copying an opponent's genetic code to instantly transform itself into a duplicate of the enemy. Kind of cool. I kind of wish there's people mostly use them as a part of the teams, but honestly I'm not gonna use it because I'm not too smart on that whole mechanic, honestly. And realistically though, I have a feeling that it doesn't really make it a good Pokemon. We're just gonna copy the Pokemon in front of you instead, because legit it's just gonna be a battle for endurance at that point. So I can see why a lot of people don't really use him as a team, but he's mostly used to just to make eggs and stuff like that. That way, for breeding purposes, and also to learn new moves for certain Pokemon that can learn through parents. Honestly, because legit, apparently, there's a thing in this game called egg moves. So whenever a Pokemon breeds with another, and ends up having an offspring, the chances of that Pokemon being able to learn the same move that the Pokemon learns from the parents, it's able to just learn from them, honestly. But it's only specific types of moves regardless. So anyways, what do you want to know? Oh my god, you're trying to fight me, really? Realistically, I'm not in the mood to fight. I'm sleepy, man. Come on, let me just snore. Let me just sleep over here. I love this new move, honestly. Stop moving the mic. Snore, honestly, because legit, holy shit, you can just kill him. No! What the fuck? Your funeral, I guess. Holy shit, I guess he wanted to fight this guy. And by the way, while I was trying to find new Pokemon, I ended up leveling up Donchevo up a little bit because there was a fucking mean Pidgeotto that ended up killing my Gene, honestly. So I hate them for that. But we ended up using the last revive on her. Sad to say. And oh, cool. You could have just used your wing attack, but apparently not. He wants to fight me fairly, I guess. So kudos on you to having respect, having honor. And yeah, go ahead. Let's fight a Sparrow. I think Sparrow is just a normal type 2, right? We should be fine on this. Ooh, let's go beat him up. I love Danny, honestly. I love the way his animation is whenever he just does a punch. I can just imagine it. I can just envision him just like punching the bird, honestly. And oh great, punch the bird again! Oh, not letting him out of my sight. Oh my god, Danny. Jesus Christ. You're so overpowered at this point. Oh my god. And yeah, beat the bird keeper now, finally. And we're not really gonna, I'm not gonna go out of my way to fight the other trainers over here. It seems like we're gonna end up, I'm gonna fight this guy too, huh? Oh, no, never mind. We just ditched that. And yo, what up, biker man? What are you looking at, huh? The road? I wasn't even looking at you. It looks like, I kind of want to know, is my bike like this guy's bike? Or is it just straight up looks like theirs? And by the way, since we have Donchevo out, guess what? If it tries to poison us, we don't need to worry because he's resistant to being poisoned. Let's go. And honestly, if there is a poison type, it failed, really? Oh, I woke up, that's why. I was like, why did it fail? I woke up. Wake up, Donchevo, it's time for a beating, honestly. But yeah, if there is gonna be a poison type gym later on in this game, Donchevo has it, honestly. I feel like he can handle his own in that whole gym. And oh, Smog, come on. I was surprised you're faster, Donchevo. I wouldn't even assume that you would be the fastest one out of everyone, realistically. But I guess you are. And another coughing. Don't need to worry about it, honestly. Come on, just headbutt it again. Oh, boss! And ooh, that's a lot of damage, honestly. And, oh no, it hurts. Please stop it. Please don't do it. It's gonna be sad later on because once we end up getting the TMs that we want, we're not gonna have snore or yawn anymore, honestly. Because legit, we already have Gene with the sleep thing. But realistically, though, we really don't need to have anything else for them. And can I just go around here? All right then, easy enough. Oh, look at how easy it is to avoid these people. Oh, they're gonna fight me? Hell no! I'm gonna make my way over here because I want to go back to the city over here, so that way we could just finally. And have I fought these guys before? What the hell? Where am I? Where am I? Wow, we skipped a huge portion of the people over here. Holy shit. Where are we going? Where am I? Oh, we went for Jesus City, huh? I guess we're here now, honestly. For the sake of you guys, don't worry. I'm gonna go and fight those other people off on my own screen time, honestly. But until then, I'm gonna call it quits for this episode because legit, I'm getting hungry, I'm getting tired, and it's time for me to eat. So thank you so much for watching. In the next episode, we'll continue on exploring this whole city and see what it has to offer. Until then, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. What did this person do?